Okay, welcome back. So, quick correction from last part. Assuming my facts are all correct on this, there is actually one other way to get the Meteor spell, and that is through the Esper Crusader, which you get after you've defeated all 8 dragons. So, yeah. Quick, though, is in the Pixel Remaster, at least, and the original SNES version. You can only get Quick through Raiden. So you have to turn in Odin and get Raiden. And Quick is an extremely overpowered spell. Now, it's expensive to use, but there's ways to mitigate that. And we'll be getting to those ways. So we are in the desert, just south of Miranda, and this desert has 2 types of enemies: either the slagworms or the one of the most iconic enemies in Final Fantasy games. And we'll be getting to that in a second. So slagworms give you 5 magic AP. And here is the iconic enemy, Cactuars, or Cactars. There is an easy way to kill them. So they're spry little guys. They're very hard to catch, and they have very hard to hit, and they have extremely high defense. Well, if you give the Ultima weapon to one of your characters, I gave it to Celeste, and a sniper's eye, you can guarantee that you can hit the Cactar, and it will kill it in one shot. So that is the way that I would recommend going about it. Alright, let's do... I think they're the basilisk, but they're like more like lizard type enemies. And these guys have been around since the first game. It's always interesting to go through the old games and see these different enemies and how they've changed over the years. They basically look the same. Just slightly more pixels. A little more detail, obviously. Unfortunately, that leapfrog is being annoying. There we go. Ice seems to do pretty well against those guys. Alright, so I'm going to use Umaro again against this were-dragon. So again, Umaro is your berserker, and he obviously doesn't do anything you say in a regular battle, but I wanted this nice sword. Murakumo, I guess. I don't remember what it was. Oh, that's right. Okay. I think Ancient Dome and Blade that was lost during the War of the Magi. So, let's head back to the Cultist Tower. I know we're kind of jumping around a bunch in this episode. So there is one thing that I wanted to do here before we, really get started. So here's the thing with the Cultist Tower. I think we were here earlier for... sorry, I'm blanking on names right now. Anyways, so we were here earlier, but I don't think we actually bought anything. Now, the Cultist Tower is kind of a pain in the ass. And you could be forgiven for using the Muluo's Charm, which is something that only Mog can wear, which prevents random encounters. For a Let's Play, I'm not going to do that. Instead, because here's the thing with the Cultist Tower. You can only use magic. You can't use weapons, or you can't use your attacks or special attacks. All you have is magic, except for Umaru. Since Umaru is a berserker, he doesn't give a crap about what you have to say or your magic only rules. The monkey just attacks whenever he wants. So, Umaru is an interesting choice if you want to do something like that. I think we'll be back here later, but if you flip that switch, a secret door opens on the floor right below, and that gives you the air anchor, which is another tool for Edgar. Alright, at this point I just decided, okay, whatever, we'll fight them. So, yeah, every enemy in this place has Reflect on. There's a few ways you can go about doing it, but I personally recommend just equipping a Reflect ring on everyone, and then just casting the spell on yourself, and that will reflect it back towards the enemy. Alright, so now that we're now back in Zozo. We have to buy that Rust Begone in order to open this door that we couldn't open earlier, and now we are in Mount Zozo. Mugbears, which are assholes, will mug you, as their name implies, and they have a chance to run away, and if they run away, guess what? You're not getting that money back. If you manage to kill them before they can run away, I believe you do get the money back. But, again, I'd recommend killing them first, because they're jerks, and I don't like mugbears. Ice shield, alright, nice. Red cap. I think that's for, Realm. Thunder shield. I think you don't know why that all got cut out, but alright. Another one of these, golem guys. Again, bio works very well on living things, so definitely use bio. I think these guys might actually be weak to bio. You know, and bio also leaves a bit of damage, like it'll continually damage it. Aegis shield. It's pretty nice. What we got? Gold hairpin, okay. Alright, so if you remember after we did stuff with Setzer, we saw a bird kind of fly off towards Zozo. And this is where the bird was heading, was this mountain, Mount Zozo. And if you remember, the note that it had said something about, it had a lot of thous in it. And there's only one person that we know that is a lover of thous. And guess what? Guess who we're finding here? Well, not yet. Okay. Sorry. I'm gonna leave you in suspense now. Okay. Can you go this way? Okay. I think the break between the two blocks makes it look a lot like the you can't walk on it. So this is the Storm Dragon, and oftentimes one of the first dragons people will fight. So I believe this guy has a lot of air-based attacks, and he can be pretty dangerous. So definitely be careful when fighting him. It's a good thing they give you that save point. Thankfully, he just wants to attack us physically, and that's paltry damage compared to what he can do. So as you can tell, use thunder-based magic, and he takes a fair bit of damage. Make sure to heal up here and there. Obvious things that, you should do anyways in any battle, but especially in these more high-stakes fights, it's kind of important to keep your health up, because it only takes one bad attack to take out most of your life points, or health. Yeah, this isn't Yu-Gi-Oh! My bad. Outside of, the original series, I don't think I think I watched a bit of GX and a little bit of 3Ds. I don't know if that's the correct terminology for those series, but I still have my my Yu-Gi-Oh cards, although they're back at my parents' house at the moment. So, sorry, I'm just trying to find something to talk about. I know that Yu-Gi-Oh is a whole different game, but it's been so long since I've played Yu-Gi-Oh. Definitely not caught up on any of the new stuff. So overall, that wasn't too bad. Maybe I did something on him that kept him from doing anything. But I remember fighting him the first time, and he was a lot more dangerous. The first time I ever fought him, I think he was a lot more dangerous than that. So, anyways. Let's go ahead and use a tent. Our green tent with Celeste. Yeah, all the tents are different based off of whatever character you have up front. Since we had Celeste up front, we got a green tent reminiscent of her green leotard. Alright. Not much in this dungeon. I do wonder who put that that storm dragon in that box. Who managed to trap it in the box? I find it very hard to believe that Cyan managed to do that on his own. Maybe, but I doubt it. These guys don't really like frost or ice magic, so... also really don't like air or wind magic, or wind-based attacks. Oh. These flowers are made of silk and quite beautiful. I am writing to beg for your forgiveness. I am guilty of perpetuating a lie. I've only now realized the error of my ways, and taken up this quill in hopes of correcting. Your boyfriend, whom you believed to be immobile, has passed away some time ago. I've been writing to you in his stead. We humans have a tendency to become trapped in the past and refuse to move on. I implore you not to let this happen. Now is a time for you to look forward and rediscover love and all of the other joys of life. It's locked. Hey, there you are. It honestly looks like he's preparing for a Kamehameha. Is that right? Did I say it right? Or did I make all the nerds mad? Probably did. Memories of the world before the fall remain, but the light of dawn doth never change it. Cyan, you are all alive. Well, all four of you. So, yeah, unfortunate generic dialogue. Since the game doesn't know who you have in the party, they can't always assume, like, they can't always assume who's talking. Cyan, we saw it on our way in. It's okay. They're sort of a minor diversion of mine. Cyan, these flowers are gorgeous. Must thou embarrass me too? Aw. Alright. Cyan, I mean, it's sweet that you care, but it's a little creepy as well that you care about this random girl's love life. I don't know. It's supposed to be a sweet gesture to kind of help ease this girl's suffering, but I don't know. By the way, I encountered Sir Gao and Miranda. He said he would get strong, smash Kefka. I believe that means he intends to hone his skills in order to challenge the Lord of the Tower. Knowing Sir Gao, he was probably heading towards the Veld. It's locked. Is there a key somewhere in here? Ah, yes, Sparkle. So what do you got in here? What are these? Machinery for dunces, pictorial guide to machines. Everything about machines, machines for the mechanically disciplined, and Bushido in the bedroom. Cyan. What are you doing with this, buddy? Alright, we're gonna use teleport because I can't be bothered to go back through the dungeon. Or the cave. Alright. So, yeah, let's talk with the girl. Cyan. I knew the letters and flowers weren't for my boyfriend. I was just afraid to admit it. I didn't want to accept what that meant. I was lying to myself, but it's all right now. I don't know who wrote those letters, but reading them helped. I'm sure whoever wrote them must have suffered the same kind of pain. I wish I could meet him. So if you have Zion in the party, you'll get this little cutscene. Look to the future. No matter how dark it may be, there will always come another dawn. After another day. That truly is like one of the core messages of Final Fantasy VI. Even though things might look and seem crappy, there will always be another day, a better day, going forward. Which is one of the reasons why I really love this game. It's just the core messages of the game. So, if you have Cyan in your party and you go back to Doma Castle after you've recruited him, you actually get a little bit of character development. You don't have to do this section, it's not mandatory. Rest for a bit? Yep. Again, the only things that are mandatory for finishing the World of Ruin is getting Edgar and Setzer. That's it. We all wake up except Cyan. What is that? What the heck? His head is clipping through the chair. You guys saw that, right? Kurlax and Mobius. It's mobbing time. Alright, we're the Dream Stooges. This man's soul is ours. Bon appetit. They basically just all say the same thing. Wait. And, okay, we just jumped into Cyan's head somehow. Not sure how this exactly works, but sure. Alright, so, when you go into the dreamscape, you're stuck with one person. I don't know if it's random or if it's the last person in your party. I'm not entirely sure. Okay. Go ahead and save, I guess. Why not? Alright. So now we need to get the other two back. I don't know, just hit him with something. With something strong. When you only have the one party member, these fights get kind of dangerous. And honestly, I wouldn't blame you if you wanted to just run. Because both of these guys have some pretty high health. They don't really pull any punches with this. Like, it's not super difficult, but definitely not the most desirable situation to be in. But they go down all the same. I don't know if there's necessarily... There's definitely a pattern to these doors, but I don't know what it is. Just keep going until you find the right one. That bucket, I'm not sure if that's a Pixel Remaster exclusive or if that was in the original game. But definitely make use of that. Where anything likes to use poisons. Definitely once, if you get poison, cure it as quickly as you can. Like, after you're out of the fight, at least. And that should just be a Poizuna. So, alright, let's see here. Again, I do like to give everyone, or at least my mages, I like to get everyone every type of magic that I can. Rude. Alright, there we go. So yeah, doesn't take too long to get your other party members back. And you can obviously bring anyone to this, except for Cyan, obviously. If you want this to be a little easier, you can have Mog with the Maluos. Is that how you say it? The charm. The Moogle charm. And that makes it a lot easier getting through these dungeons. Now, obviously, it's a Let's Play. I'm not going to do that, because I want to actually show off the battles and the different monsters that you can fight. I don't know what that did. I've been slow. But anyways, it doesn't matter. Once you get to a point where you don't need your you don't need Magicite specifically to learn spells, I would recommend starting to give your characters Magicite with boosts that will help you. Alright, so here's the strategy for this fight. So in the SNES version, these guys are Larry, Curly, and Mo, and they're Dream Stooges, aka the Three Stooges. In this version, they give them a little more unique names, but it's still obviously Larry, Curly, and Mo. You want to kill that one first. I think that was Curly, the one that's floating, because he can revive his brothers. You do not want to go after the other two first, because Curly will just revive them. Take out Curly first. So at this point, unfortunately, they both have Reflect on. So really the only way that I can damage them at the moment is either casting Reflect on myself or hitting them with physical attacks, which definitely does not do as much damage. And they're going to be annoying and cast spells on themselves, so it reflects back. Which is a little unnecessary for them, but... Ooh. Now, that was because of the Holy Rod that Realm is holding. Since it's a rod that has magical properties that ignores the whole reflect thing. I don't think Holy can... Well, maybe Holy can't be reflected. I don't know. There are certain spells that can't be reflected, like Ultima, I think. Yeah, that Brazier is doing wonders for us. Alright, so there goes that one. Oh, which one was that one? Kind of hard to tell when, okay, it was Mo. So all that's left is Larry. Or, yeah, Larry. Now, you might be wondering, these guys don't seem very tough. That's because they're not the final boss, they're just a mini-boss. we still have quite a bit of dungeon left over, but that will have to be in the next part. So, thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time.